Okay, welcome. The first episode of NefariousCast.com. I'm Josh, and we're going to be sitting here today. It's going to be a short little episode, trying to get some content out there, and I think we're all set up and ready to go. All the equipment's checking out. I think I would like people to use the email that's at the bottom of the screen. Please send in your thoughts. Let's talk about some different things going on in this crazy world of ours. We had a shooting here this last week, Nashville, Tennessee. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. You know, there's so much going on right now. Everybody needs to be politically correct about something. It's infecting into our movies, our daily lives. We really... People are bundled up. I know I work at an office where there are some considerations there. You have to hold it in, and that sucks. We actually have a few people at our office that even before I started, some guys had to go to a sensitivity training class for. Luckily, I didn't. I would have probably hated that class. I understand it, but the reality is if you act professional at your work and you treat everybody with respect with regards to, you don't take into account the religion or anything else. You just treat them like a person you're working with, essentially. So if you do those things, then you get along great. I've gotten along 11 years at my company that I work for, getting along with everybody. So it is definitely, it's definitely tough. You know, you got to watch what politics you bring into things. You have to watch what you say in regards to people's lifestyles. Firsthand knowledge of those type of things because of where I work. So, you know, it's tough. People have to keep those things bottled up. You're afraid to argue and question people because you might offend them, and they might bring their issues and things that pertain to their lives into it. And right now, it's like walking on eggshells around this world. So I want to have a site and a cast to where people can actually talk about these things, get some stuff up their chest, vent. Obviously, I'll screen the emails. I'm limited by time because this is a one-man band. I don't have a whole lot of help doing this, so video, audio, and content editor here. I do work full-time. This does not pay my bills. It doesn't pay for anything. In fact, it's big debt right now. But in any case, people aren't able to discuss things. And obviously, mental health has become a huge issue in our society. And I think that's probably where we're going to start off. What happened in Tennessee is a horrible thing. There is no excuse for that whatsoever. You've got the media turning it into a poor shooter type of thing. Just because it was a transgendered person and, they had issues with somebody at the school, which they felt justified going in and killing 6 people, 3 children. It's the way the media is portraying some of this stuff. It's pretty sad. It's definitely downright wrong. But here we are. And we're having to see this stuff and put up with it. And, I hate the news. I try not to watch as much as possible. But, obviously, if I'm going to talk about some of the things that are coming up and I'm going to get versed in what you're all writing in about that we're going to discuss, I'm probably going to have to watch more of it. At the very least, I'm going to be getting online and doing some research, but trying to find time to do all those type of things. So, really, if you're gonna write in, please know your point. Get to it. Think about what you're going to say. Think about what you're going to write. I'm going to do a lot of research on what we're talking about, what the topic is going to be, and if your point is really kind of garbage or you haven't put much thought into it, and it's I'm probably going to tell you, put some more thought into this, and we'll discuss it later. I mean, I'm not going to hold any punches on this cast. I am an inspector by trade, so I don't put up with a whole lot of people's BS. I'm one of those people who are ex-military, and they drilled it in my head to pay attention to detail, and so I do. That has made me good at what I do today. But at the same time, I want us to have some fun. I want us to really just get some things off our chest, discuss some things, and maybe, we'll have a voice in this. Big things start small. There's a lot of people doing the talking, and most of them make millions and millions of dollars, and they spout off a lot of garbage that is great for their little soundbite, but is total BS when it comes down to how it affects us as people, the regular working class. We're all struggling through this life, and we're trying to get through it together. And I think that if we can really get our voices out there and get our voices heard, maybe some of these politicians and these newer people that are in Congress, we definitely need a changing of the guard in Congress for some of these old farts. But maybe they'll listen. People just aren't listening to us middle class, and the actual blue collar and white collar people are not being heard. And you have these people in Congress and everywhere else saying, well, we represent you and we hear you, and this is what we think you're saying, but it's really not. It's really them taking a short poll of a couple hundred people and then basing their decision making off those polls. And that's not even representative of an entire city or town or state. So really, we need to have a voice, and this is where I want people to have that voice. So send your emails in, send your questions. If you have questions about anything, it doesn't have to be about politics or society or anything like that. It can be about whatever. You want to know how to build your house and what you should look for in a contractor. You want to know how your car works or something. We'll talk about anything and everything. Like I said, we're going to have some fun with this. Some of it's going to be serious. Some of it's going to be not. But we're going to just work at it, and we're going to make this a show for the people, by the people, because there just doesn't seem to be that anymore. And I have a little English bulldog here that seems to want to make noise tonight. So you'll have to forgive him. But again, I'm excited to get this out. It's going to be a short episode, and I want to thank everybody that's all my friends and everybody that have chimed in, my family, and given me input on things. And I really am looking forward to trying to put out an episode every weekend. We're going to try and do this on a Saturday night, and maybe hopefully put it out on a Sunday. I will have to do some editing and things, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna put it out there. I'm gonna try and get one out there every week. So thanks again. Great first episode here. Just really trying to get up and get going, and give me a hand. Like I said, email's at the bottom of the screen. Send me something in. We'll see you when I see you. Thanks.